Okay, hi, how are you doing? It's been a long time. Today, I want to show you all my project of hotel reservation analytics. Okay, we have a Jupyter notebook code. This data is from Kaggle. The user is MOJTABA. This is the title, and here is the link if you want to check the data. For this project, I use Python, and later I will be practicing with Power BI. I also use some machine learning techniques, but I'm still working on that. This is a file I'm going to use. The libraries I use for this project: pandas, numpy, seaborn, and matplotlib to see the charts, and the stat models I use it for the machine learning project. Our file, I store it in a variable called ef raw data. By this point the data is not transformed. Here you can see the data, all the columns that it has, customer, type, names. And now I clean the data, always see the info, what type of data the columns have: integer, object, text, float numbers. This is important because if we have one data type that, let's say, we want numbers, and the data type shows it is an object, this means for Python that those numbers are text. And if you want to use it to make calculations, we are going to have an error message. So we need to transform that data to integer numbers or float numbers. We clean up our data, so we make a copy just in case we need to go backup on the columns. We check for missing values. You can see country have 488 missing values, agent and company 2. So now we have to decide if we are going to use this column with missing values or we are going to complete those missing values. I decided not to work with agent and company because there are too many missing values, and so the analysis is not going to be well. I later decided to delete those columns, and for the country I decided to fill those missing values with the letters OTR for other countries, so we can use the country column to see where are most of the customers booking. I fill the missing values, and here I drop all the columns I am not going to use on my analysis. I remove the missing values from the children column. They don't affect our analysis, so as you can see, children, there were only 4 missing values, so it doesn't affect our analysis. And then check if there were any missing values, and then it started to work. I filtered the data first because I wanted to know differences between the city hotel and the resort hotel. So I create 2 data frames, one for the city hotel and one for the resort. Then I work with them separately and analyze the reservations by year to see which one have more reservations. As you can see, the city hotel has most reservations than the resort hotel. And then I decided to analyze the cancellations both hotels have. I replaced the numbers 0 to cancelled and 1 to not cancelled. You can use the numbers for machine learning models. That would be very useful. The data shows that over the past 3 years there have been more cancellations with a total of 58 and 3%. Then I wanted to see which year had the most cancellations. As you can see, in 2016 we have the most with a 59.6% of cancellation. Then it's time for the resort hotels. The same. I replaced the numbers with the purpose of practicing, I decided to redo this step to transform the values 0 and 1 to text. I did the same analysis like in the city hotel, and you can see that over the 3 years the resort has 72% of cancellations. That's a lot. And if we analyze the 3 years separately, we are going to see that 2015 and 2016 they both had a higher percentage of cancellation. Then I create a new database. Now I started using machine learning models to try to understand what's causing those cancellations. This is something I need to start practicing a little bit more to try to understand. This is more new on what I am working, but I really like working with machine learning models. For this type of analysis, I start using seaborn plots. As you can see, we have a bar plot here. Here, another cancellation rate by customer. You can see that transient customers have the most cancellation rate that contract, party, and group. And here is where we start creating our prediction model. And then it's time to see analyzed bookings. The lead time for city hotel is 110 days, and the resort hotel, they are booking 92 days before the arrival date. Then I analyzed the average daily rate. Later analyze how the different groups of customers they anticipate their reservations. You can see that the group segment is the more consistent. Later I decided to analyze the revenue, both hotels, and here you can see the room types: A and B 91, C 160. The average daily rate for each of the rooms, the variation between the hotels, and you can see the resort hotel only on room C has more average daily rate than the city hotel, but the city hotel is the one that giving more revenue. And then I wanted to see if the room assignments, people are receiving the same room they book. This is important because if people reserve a room A and they receive a room C, they won't be very happy with that change unless that type of change is an upgrade. Keep that in mind. This is important to know if we are assigning correctly. Then I analyze the average daily rate by market segment. As you can see, aviation, corporate, direct. Also analyze these segments by hotels. Then I analyzed customer segmentation. I decided to analyze the countries to see from which country are most of the hotel guests. I need to fix this. Well, that's all. Remember, I'm going to post this in my portfolio, or if you needed the PDF with all the analysis, so you can read it, you can view it. And remember, if you have any questions, you can contact me on LinkedIn and we can chat or clarify any point you want. See you in the next series. Bye.